You're now live.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I was throwing chicken, or the cat food, like I was feeding chicken scratch.
To get him away from Fig.
Yeah. I don't know if he eventually came down and ate. I try and be tricky.
Hi, Ace.
Morning, Dad. Hi, Kenrick. Morning, Mike.
Hi, Kenrick. His comment just came up on my side.
Oh, I just saw him watching. He
I was
hadn't
like,
posted yet.
Hi, Chrissy.
Hi, Liza. Morning, sister. She's working on this cool octagon Afghan. It's cool.
There's a pattern I want to buy, but I need to know if she can do it. It's a cocoa pattern of the dog, Dante.
Just send us a picture and we'll shoot it over to her so she
I
can
think
look at
the
it.
pattern's only $3.
Morning, Larry. Okay. I'm sure she can do it.
All right, ready?
Hi, Ray.
What was that? You ready?
Yep. Welcome to Today in Yuma. I'm Jennifer Blackwell.
And I'm Teresa Straub.
We are here live on Z93, Outlaw Country, MonsterMediaYuma.com, and the FTS Automotive Facebook Live feed. And that's where you get to see all the weird stuff that might happen.
Yeah, sometimes Jen has glitches.
Yeah.
And that's like what it was just before we went on air. But we want to say good morning to everyone that is watching so far on Facebook Live. Kendrick, Ace, of course, Chrissy, and Luli, and Christy Laronia. We want to say good morning to all of you. Those are the only ones that I can see.
I see Eliza and Darren and David. Hilbert, good morning. And Mike. We want to thank all of you for joining us both on the radio, whether you're streaming live on the radio or watching us via Facebook Live. We love the interaction, all different ways. If you're not on Facebook, you can always give us a call if there's something you'd like to chat about. You can reach us at 782-4321.
Yes, and if you don't feel comfortable being on air, you can just give the message to Foodylicious or myself, and she will relay the message, or you can just post it right on the Facebook Live feed.
Morning, Nail. What is the weather like in Iowa? Because we will be 90 degrees by Thursday here in the desert Southwest.
Yeah, I was looking ahead at the weather this morning, and it said we were going to be 90 on Easter. But that's typical for around this time.
It's usually breezy and a little bit warmer, and fair time's coming up next week. So Mother Nature's just kind of throwing everything in a box and shaking it up and says you get what you get.
Yes, definitely. Last year at fair was super windy. I'm hoping, I don't mind the wind, but I'm hoping it kind of calms just a little bit. So that we can enjoy our beverages and our food without having hair. Well, me with long hair having hair in our face or in our food when we're trying to eat. So.
For those curious, it's overcast and 36 in Iowa, and snow is back in the forecast for Friday night and Saturday morning. So they're a long way from 90 degrees.
Aww.
She said they'll probably see that in June, July, and August when we will be 105, 110, 115.
Exactly.
But again, you don't have to shovel sunshine.
Exactly.
All right, now there was a weird anomaly in the sky last night to the west.
Yeah, there was. You know what? I didn't see it until, like I said, we don't know exactly what it was. There wasn't any rocket launches that we could see that were actually scheduled, so we're not quite sure what it was. But Kevin went out back real quick and he's like, there's one of those things in the sky. I think there was a rocket launch. So it was blocked by one of the trees, so we had to literally walk like 2 or 3 houses down to where we can get a good view. In my area, we have a lot of ficus trees and big tall trees like that, so we had to walk down a few houses to get a good view, but I couldn't figure out exactly what it was.
It had a very similar look to the SpaceX, the Falcon 9 back in December. Mm-hmm. And of course, I Facebook Live the last portion of it thanks to some neighbors and people that had messaged me. I ran out front. It was kind of chilly.
Yeah.
And it was even though it was earlier, I was in my pajamas already, so sorry if any neighbors got a show. But I got on Twitter and SpaceX is not due to launch again until Thursday.
I was going to say, Thursday
morning, the 29th. So I also go to a SpaceX updates Twitter page, because that's where a lot of the kind of rocket fans have information about different things too. But I was not able to find anything definitive, and I did a little bit of research, and I could not track it down. So I don't want to say it was aliens, but there's right now we don't have proof that it wasn't.
Exactly. No. You know what? Either way, it was pretty. it was really cool to see.
It was exciting.
It was.
Well, today is March 27th, and I can't believe we're almost done with this month already.
I know.
We were, just celebrating New Year's Day and then St. Patrick's Day, and Easter is on Sunday.
Yes.
Fair's next week, and we are whipping right along in 2018.
It's okay. We're moving into April, which I'm excited for because we have Tunes and Tacos coming up.
We do. That's mid-April, so make sure
before we know it, when we blink, we're going to be there.
If you're trying to eat better, go ahead and really
hit it hard.
Pace yourself now. That way, your cheat weekend will be Tunes and Tacos.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hit the gym.
Okay.
Hit that.
I thought you meant like hit the food hard.
No, hit the gym. Hit your diet hard. That way, you can kind of give yourself some credit for when Tunes and Tacos comes up.
All right, coming up on the show today, it's Toro Tuesday. So Alison Morgan from Arizona Western College will be stopping by to talk about all things happening within the college. But we are a little bit later. We are going to be talking about something neat we got to watch.
Yes.
Now, there is a special episode on Facebook Watch, and the show is called Returning the Favor with Mike Rowe. And they featured a local organization. We're going to talk about that a little bit later during the show because we want to draw some more recognition to that. It's an amazing organization, and it was created in memory of a great guy in the Yuma community. But right now, we need to talk some traffic situations.
You know what? Traffic situations have been getting me in the morning, too. They just caught me this morning because I tend to come up 12th Street. And the slurry seal has, it happened last week on that roadside. Like, oh, okay, I've been good to go. Yeah, there was a sign that says road closed ahead, but guess who still turned?
You?
Yeah.
Well,
because I didn't even see, you can't see the barrier at all.
They've been doing the crack seal and the patching in preparation for the actual spring slurry seal.
Yes.
I got caught into, and it really wasn't any delays, but they had the traffic on 8th Street narrowed this weekend, and I was down here a few times. But they are actually doing the slurry seal over through the end of the month and possibly into early April. It's based on the specific time of year, the temperature, and other factors, and it helps extend the life of the roadway, maybe up to 5 years, which is a great way to help stretch some of those government dollars.
Oh yeah,
and we need it on many of the roadways. I was speaking with one of the roads guys that was here a few weeks ago for City News Thursday, and they have various projects coming up, and they try and hit a few things all over town. So it's not just all isolated in one area.
Yeah,
that's it. They all need it, but that's not fair. So they're trying to spread it out from some parts of the eastern city limits and then stuff down closer to Cibola. And they're, again, it's all budget related. If we had all kinds of money or just an endless pot of gold there, then they could do everything that we want done. Otherwise, it's got to be a little at a time.
And, you bring up a good point. He does what he can with the budget. I know when he was here, he spoke about that because there's areas that are quite large, and we had a complaint. The city had a complaint about an area that was only done halfway. Well, he explained, in that area, if I were to do that whole area this year, it would take up my whole budget. But there's so many other streets in town that need this. So what he did is he did half of it, then broke up the budget the rest of the way throughout the different areas. And then he goes, next year we'll go and we'll actually finish that area. He goes, unfortunately, we have budgets we have to work in, and the budgets aren't very loud and so are large. So he's not able to do what he needs to do. So he has to break it over. He has a plan for the next few years of what needs to be done right away and things. And they're not too bad. Like I said, I turned, even though it said road closed ahead, I didn't see a barrier, so I continued to go. It's not a super big inconvenience. And most of the time they leave half the road open so you can still get through and things like that. So it's
usually a day overall.
Yeah,
they start at 7 in the morning. It's done by 5. So just please plan accordingly.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, strange cloud formation over western Arizona turns heads. This was based out of Quartzsite. It said an odd cloud formation over Arizona had people across the state wondering whether they missed another rocket launch out of California's Vandenberg Air Force Base. However, thank you, Anita, for looking this up. Hang on one second. Screen just went dark.
Gotta love technology.
However, there weren't any launches scheduled at the base Monday night, meaning it was most likely a curious cloud formation. Some comments noted it looked like cloud iridescence or irisation. And according to EarthSky, these rainbow-colored clouds are a fairly rare phenomenon that appear when there are especially small water droplets in the air. One Twitter user mentioned the possibility of noctilucent clouds, which are high-altitude clouds that are visible in deep twilight. And according to NASA, these clouds used to be a high-latitude phenomenon, but lately they've been seen as far south as Denver. NASA says noctilucent clouds are seasonal, appearing most often in late spring and summer, and we haven't had official confirmation on what exactly the formation is called. Regardless, it probably wasn't aliens. So there you go. I think they're wrong in that respect.
Well, you know what? And if it is a phenomenon that is not, something that we see every day, then, gosh, everybody was lucky that we got to see that.
Yeah. You know what an opportunity we have.
Exactly.
All right. Again, we're talking about the slurry seal and the various projects there. I know on 3E, it's terrible in front of the base. And that is one of the areas that they plan to focus in. Those potholes are so bad. But, there's a lot of heavy truck traffic in that area. We've got some of the cooling facilities located off 40th. They're just off 3E. You have the military traffic going through there. Exactly. But again, I think we're starting to see a slight fluctuation come in of those HERF funds finally.
Oh, yeah.
The state would keep sweeping all the funds from the cities and the counties and left all of the budgetary requirements solely on their backs to fix these roads, but they're starting to get some of them back. Obviously, not what we would like to, based on what we pay at the pump. Because there's
something's better than nothing.
I hear you.
Yeah, Greg Wilkinson, City Administrator Greg Wilkinson has spoken on that, and they had legislative day, recently, and they were saying how they plan to get even more back this year. So like I said, baby steps, slowly but surely, we're getting that money that is owed to us.
We are just glad to see something coming back.
Yes.
All right. One of the big road issues that will be affecting people. It started yesterday because I was getting my son texted me. I had other friends that work in that area. Hey, what's going on? Was there a big accident? They are doing some additional work at Araby and 32nd Street because they're going to resume that roundabout project. Now they have the one in, and they are going to be constructing the I-8 and Araby Road interchange. This will be the other half, but they are a utility contractor is relocating the fiber optic lines on northbound Araby between the interstate and 32nd Street as ADOT prepares for the phase 2 of construction for that roundabout. So northbound Araby is narrowed to one lane in the work zone from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. through this Friday. Both southbound lanes will remain open, though, but please plan for a considerable amount of narrowing as you get up there.
Yeah.
And 12-foot vehicle width restrictions are in place, so please plan ahead. Most of the larger trucks are already aware of that, and they're taking alternate routes, but delays are possible, so you should consider using alternate routes, or, as we always recommend, give yourself a little extra time to get to and from your destination. We would like everyone to be safe.
Yeah, and this is something that they, like you said, they had started, the one project with the roundabout, and they said they were going to halt it during the winter season, that because we do have that influx of our winter visitors. But it's warming up, and I do know that a lot of our winter visitors are starting to head back home. So they're going to start resuming that. So it's something that they had let us know this is going to happen, and well, it's happening now.
All right, we have a few birthdays to announce for our Firehouse Subs birthday shout-outs today. Just a reminder that the Firehouse Public Safety Foundation saves lives through donation grants. And nationally, the Firehouse Public Safety Foundation has granted over $31 million to first responders, and the Yuma community has been no exception. They've been fortunate enough to be on the receiving end of the money and some of the items donated. If you have a birthday this week, or you have someone special you would like us to recognize them, please go to monstermediayuma.com, click on the Today in Yuma tab, and there's a Firehouse Subs logo. It's a little birthday graphic and a short form. Fill that out.
Yes.
Send us the information. Please give us at least 24 hours so we can get it onto the calendar and include them. And each week we will draw one of the birthday boys or girls and pick their name. They will receive a medium sub, sandwich, chips, and a dessert from Firehouse Subs.
That sounds yummy.
It does.
I think this first one we should have Anita just go ahead and do it herself.
I think so too.
It's a special birthday.
Yeah, she was kind of there.
She kind of had an integral part in that birthday.
Oh, yeah, that was the roughest of all of them. I had 4. I just want to give a quick shout out to my baby boy, Eli. It's actually Timothy Elijah Maud. He turned 17 today. He's no longer my baby, but I guess he'll always be my baby.
He's going to be the baby forever, yes.
So we're real proud of him, and hope he has a fun day. He actually has a short early out day. They're doing Ames testing at the high school.
Even
so he's like,
better.
bonus, I get out early.
Well, happy birthday, Eli.
All right. We do hope you have a wonderful birthday, and you cannot win. But anyway, we also have birthday wishes going out to Michael Gloria from his wife, Jennifer, and Carl Lanquist. Carl's one of my longtime friends from school. He is celebrating a birthday today.
Aww.
Joey Allison is on our birthday shout-out list, along with Sarah Gray and Crystal Arsaga.
Well, happy birthday to all of you.
That's right. Get those birthdays in. Again, please allow at least 24 hours notice so we can get them on our calendar.
And you know what? I want to give a shout out. Little posted that his son Liam got all A's in school. That means his autistic, sometimes attention deficit son is getting straight A's in regular kindergarten. He could not be prouder. So congratulations,
That is
Liam.
awesome.
That is
Way to
awesome.
go.
That is awesome.
And I believe music is his favorite class. That's what he told us at midnight at the Oasis.
There's also another birthday shout out from America. She says, happy birthday to Jesus Mesa.
All right. Again, get your birthday wishes in. And don't forget, we have another contest on our website, monstermediayuma.com. Go to the contest page and look for the Phoenix Suns 50th anniversary logo.
Those are our last tickets, aren't they?
They are our last 4-pack valued at $150. It's the Suns versus the Pelicans, and it's April 6th.
All right.
Because I'm going on the 8th. I think that's the very last.
That's the last in the...
Sorry, I had to at least grab a set.
Hey, you're going to enjoy it.
And it's my son's favorite team. I
There
don't
you
remember
go.
who it is. Warriors or the Spurs. One
I
of
think
those
it's
two.
the Warriors.
Okay. All right, we're going to take a break on Today in Yuma. We will be back with Alison from AWC after this. Today in Yuma is brought to you by Classic Accounting. They have 30 years of experience and knowledge to benefit you. Ask about their advanced program. You can get up to a $2,500 advance while your tax refund processes. Ask about that advanced program. No additional fees or APR costs if you use the program. Call 343-1040.
And Sprague Sports, check out the Sprague's difference. Buy, sell, trade, or consign firearms with free expert appraisals. Sprague's offers local price matching and a lifetime warranty. You can find them on 32nd Street next to Lowe's.
And Quick Refrigeration, another family-owned and operated business. They've been heating and cooling the Yuma area since 1955. Remember, with 90s in the forecast, it might get a little warm. Get those units checked out. Visit getcoolquick.com.
And another family-owned and operated service here in the Yuma community. Advocate Pest and Wildlife Services are locally owned and have been providing pest control services in the Yuma area for over 20 years. It's getting warm, and I'm starting to see lots of creepy crawlers coming out. I'm going to have to give them a call at 928-343-9149. Better yet, go like them on Facebook, because you can see when they have their special deals going on, you can find them there, and sometimes they even have some pretty awesome giveaways.
Ooh, yes, they do. And happy birthday, Michael Gloria. He tuned in, and Marco Roldan, he helped me buy my new vehicle recently. Thanks, Marco. I need you to text me. Okay, we'll be back with Today in Yuma after the break. I texted yesterday, but I don't know if it's the right number.
Morning, Lisa.
What's Aloha? Is she in Hawaii?
She's feeling the island vibe. I don't blame her.
I feel ya.
I want to
I'm
be
ready
in
to
Hawaii.
be on the island. Good morning, Carol.
Oh. My mom's been talking about their plans for when they go, and I'm like, oh,
I know. Good morning.
Were you going to leave him out there?
No, he's writing a dissertation. I couldn't see around the corner, and it looked like he was working on equipment.
Hello.
Hello.
This is Joe Plank. He is our CIO.
Nice to meet you.
Is this the Joe that I met at your taco birthday party?
Exactly. This is Jennifer.
It's taking you this long to get in here?
And Anita.
Oh my goodness.
Hi, it's a pleasure.
He's pretty
to meet
funny. He's really
you.
funny.
Yay, I love that.
But this is radio. We can't talk the same way that we do while we're having tacos.
Why not?
Is your delay on?
Yeah, but we
This
just need
segment won't be aired.
it just requires you to be a little bit more creative with word choice. That's all it means.
Can I just say I'm old
More
and can't see anything anymore?
Wordsmithing.
Do you need me to hold it? I had to bite the bullet.
I know.
I got to be able to see.
I have the cheaters in my purse,
But even
I just
so, I'm
don't
like,
even.
Morning, Sandra.
You called him. Hi, Sandra. You called him the Joe. He said the Joe. It sounds like the dude.
Listen, Karen.
we were watching that video. Kevin didn't see that video I posted of that newscaster, and he's like, Jennifer! It was so funny. We were laughing. Every time I watch it, he makes me laugh. There was this newscaster, and he did a makeup tutorial on the makeup he puts on for his show. It's on my Facebook page.
He did a great job blending.
Oh my gosh, it's hilarious, and it's probably 2.5 minutes long. But
That's
it's
all it is.
so
But he goes through the
funny.
whole thing, and he did a really good job.
I'm gonna send it to you.
Back in the day, you got your makeup out and you just slapped it on.
Yeah.
The guys did.
That's pretty much what he's doing.
But he spent 2 minutes explaining it.
But he did it. Yeah, he did a great job at it.
I'm gonna send it to you.
Please do.
You'll appreciate it, having worked in TV before.
Yeah. And all of a sudden he's like, 1 minute!
He aggressively blended.
Yes.
I'm like, have you ever been to any of these makeup parties? It's gentle, and you only do certain ways.
I'm beating my face. What did he say? He's like beating his face I don't because he doesn't like. Oh gosh, it was funny. I'm not gonna give it away. You gotta watch it. It was so funny. 30 seconds.
Like Emilio. All right.
Good morning, Fred.
Fred's been a
that's
jerk
Fred.
all morning long.
He has been obnoxious.
We have 2 roosters, 1 cat. One cat, a hen, and a nugget.
I keep going out to Fred and going, dinner tonight.
That's why he yells at us.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Ready, Joe? All right. Thumbs up is not going to
I was
work.
gonna say. What
Okay, it's
happened?
back.
Joe, the CIO.
It's being silly. The connectivity is being silly. Just FYI.
Is it CIO?
Chief Information Officer.
Because it rhymes. That's why I like that. Joe, the CIO.
Are you ready?
Yep. Welcome back to Today in Yuma. I'm Jennifer.
And I'm Teresa.
And I'm Allison.
There you go.
Right. Allison's here for Toro Tuesday.
All right. We also have another guest in. His name has better flow. We've got Joe, the CIO.
Better flow.
Better flow.
Oh, you're just a poet today.
All right, now Joe, you are relatively newer to the Arizona Western College community, having arrived last fall or in the summer.
Yes, ma'am. Back in August. August 14th, but who's counting?
Oh, well. Do you recall the temperature that day?
It actually wasn't bad. It was a very nice summer. The beginning of the summer was pretty brutal out here, but hey, the weather changed just in time for me to show up. I love that.
123 degrees on June 22nd?
It was good because
So-
I showed up the end of August.
Yes. All right. Well, I know you are newer to the community, and I just chastise Allison for not having brought you in before, but you're a busy guy.
I love the chance to be able to get the message out, so it has taken a while, but I haven't been bored while I've been waiting, so thanks for the opportunity to come in and chat with you.
Absolutely. Glad to have you here. All right, Allison, well, what are some of the things on the docket today?
I want to remind everyone next week is spring break.
Yay!
So there's no classes from the 2nd to the 5th of April. However, offices are open. So if you want to come in and register for classes, which that's my second point, summer registration is open. So you can register, you can do all of your pre-planning and all of that and get into classes during spring break. Because if you're a high school student, you're also off, right? So you can come out, bring your parents, and register for classes for the summer or for the fall. And if you want more information on the summer registration program and the classes available, you can log on to azwestern.edu/summer. And there's more class information there.
All right. Well, we also let the people know that might be in the area that they started construction again on Araby.
Yes.
And it's
I'm aware.
not the full-fledged roundabout relocation and that whole mess that's going to reoccur as it did last year. Right now it's about a week long, but even so, if you need to head out to the college, because it may or may not have been one of the texts I received yesterday. Mom!
I heard about this.
Yes, there are alternate routes that you can take. You might have to go a little bit out of your way, but it will still get you to your location
Right.
without getting stuck in that congested area.
Just be aware when you're on the freeway, either get off down on, 8.5E
Yes.
and or take 95 out. Also, I want to talk about, before we talk to Joe, Jumpstart Saturday is the 14th, and that is basically 10 to 2 on a Saturday. You come out and you can get all your pre-enrollment processes done on campus. You can sign up for financial aid, you can register for classes, you can take your placement tests and all that stuff from 10 to 2 on the 14th.
And it's highly advisable.
Oh my gosh, yes.
It's going to
this time
save
of
you
year.
time.
Yeah, and because our registration for summer just kind of opened, and right after Jumpstart Saturday, our fall registration will open. So if you've already done all that and taken care of all those pre-enrollment stuff, you can get in there and get your classes quickly before they're filled up.
All right, and that's important. If you're looking at maybe you're trying to gear up to complete that AA or just get things that you need to have taken, it's the opportunity. The early bird gets the worm on those too.
That's right. And don't forget spring break is the 2nd to the 5th, and something exciting is happening over spring break for our students, and that's why Joe's here.
Dun, dun, dun.
What's going on?
So the short version, the piece that everybody is the most excited about, is the fact that we are replacing Toro Mail. Toro Mail is our student mail system, and currently it's old and outdated, and one of the problems, it doesn't work on cell phones, and that gets in the way of the student experience.
I did not know that was the case.
Yes.
And so, and we understand, we've been working within the limits of the technology that we have and trying to come up with plans, and everything in technology right now is in such a state of flux, and there's always the question of, move it to the cloud. Well, some things the cloud's better, some things it's not, and all the technical people go into these, long and boring discussions and say things like availability and reliability and scalability and oh my goodness, seriously, how does this impact people? How does it actually make people's lives better? Let's just break it down to that, and then we'll figure out what we need to do from there. So we chose to move all of the student email to the Microsoft Cloud. We chose the Microsoft Cloud instead of the Google Cloud for a variety of reasons. Google is awesome, absolutely fantastic if you want to do business like Google does. So if you just need like Google Docs and you need Hangouts and Google Mail and such, it's an amazing way of going. Microsoft Office, though, is more about integrating all of the pieces and then delivering additional experiences on top of the Microsoft Office platform. So we made the choice to go with Microsoft Office and the Microsoft Cloud. It's actually called Office 365. 365 then being the indication for it's always on, it's always available, it's always out there. So we're moving mail out there. For me, though, mail is just one of the components. It's just one of the pieces that I'm excited about. But this adds on a bunch of other extensions. As part of this, every one of our students, faculty and staff, will be able to download Microsoft Office for free onto their computers.
Oh, wow.
Good deal. Yeah.
Not just one copy, 5 copies. So you can put it on your laptop, you can put it on your desktop
So you
computer.
have
On your
access
phone.
to it no matter what platform you
Office
use.
365. It doesn't matter whether you're on a Mac, you're on a PC.
Yeah.
If I'm over at your house and I just need to be able to finish something up, I can actually log into the website and I can use Office on the web. I don't even have to install it on a computer. So I can put Office on my cell phone and I can use it there. So truly, this brings Office to every student's workspace.
Yes.
However they define it. If their workspace is their cell phone, it's a tablet, it's a laptop, it's a desktop, it doesn't matter. It's all there. And so everyone will be able to download the latest copy of Office. This fall, Microsoft is releasing Office 2019. And when it's released, you'll be able to download 5 copies of that. So you can always download whatever the latest is, so long as you're a student. Hey, Alison, is this where we put in a plug for lifelong learners?
That's right.
Keep taking classes and you keep having access. There you go.
I fall in that
You
category.
said that this is going to be done over spring break.
Yes, ma'am.
Is this going to put any kind of delay or anything on their Toro Mail while you're doing the switch?
No, ma'am. That's it. I love it. We didn't even script that. That was a perfect segue. So we are flipping the proverbial switch, which moves email from our data center here in Yuma up to the cloud. I wish I had a reverb button for that. No.
Next time, give me a heads up. I'll have it ready.
There
for
we
you.
go. The cloud. So we are flipping the switch next Monday morning, the Monday of
wow.
spring break. And when we flip the switch, it will be an instantaneous change where 1 minute before we flip the switch, if you were to log into your student mail, you would see the old clunky system. Don't forget you have to log in from a computer because you can't check it from your phone.
Yeah.
And 1 minute after we flip the switch, you could configure your phone and you could be checking your email on your phone.
Same logins and passwords. And things.
It's the same login. It's the same email address. The old web address will work. So if you still go to toromail.azwestern.edu, that'll take you to the new location. Passwords will need to be changed, and we are working on pushing that information out. We have a really big social media campaign right now because there's a ton of information we get out. We've been partnering with the students along this whole process. And one of the things we took to the students was, okay, do we migrate all of your existing mail from where it is up into the cloud? If we do that, it's going to cost about $150,000.
Wow.
And we looked at it, and a lot of people were forwarding their mail, so they didn't even check Toro Mail. They just had it automatically forward to Gmail or Yahoo or wherever. And other students is like, well, once we've checked it, we don't need to keep it. So take that $150,000 and spend it on wireless improvements or something.
Right.
Use it for something else. So we partnered with the students, and the students made the decision not to migrate all of the mail as part of the process. So when people log in, they will be logging in and seeing a brand new, clean, empty inbox. And I have to admit, I'm a little envious because my inbox is out of control right now. You know?
Oh, as a CIO, you'd be terrified of my email. Oh my goodness.
I'm plugging my ears. La 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 la. Yes.
I hear nothing.
So, but we know that some students need to keep old emails, and so we will have a separate address set up, so students will be able to log into their old email and their old webmail system, and any mail that they want to keep, they just forward it to themselves, and it shows up in the new inbox.
Perfect.
All right.
So it's that easy.
Well, I mean, you've covered all the bases. You've thought ahead about this because, you know, people are probably going to freak. You're going to have that one person that has been under a mushroom that did not know about any of the changes taking place. And it's very important in this technologically advanced society we live in. We have to have access to these items.
Absolutely.
So, but what happens if they flip the switch and it's not there? Okay, worst case scenario here.
She is always negative Nelly.
That's okay because we've already run through these scenarios as well.
That's awesome.
We have partnered, we reached out to Microsoft when we started this effort, and Microsoft referred us to a migration partner, so we are not doing this on our own. We are partnering with somebody who is a gold partner with Microsoft who has done a gazillion of these, and they have been helping us to build our infrastructure. We are testing. So everything that we can possibly test will have been tested multiple times. When we go live, hey, you know, that's when Murphy steps in. No IT project ever goes perfect. So, and it's actually, so I'll teach you an expression that we use in the IT world of fail forward. Instead of a fallback plan, we fail forward. If something doesn't work,
with it being done on spring break, that gives you a chance to fix those.
Correct. There will be enough students around that we will be able to work with plenty of people to do plenty of that quote-unquote live testing.
Yeah.
And any issues that come up, we'll be able to correct very quickly, and that's the fail-forward piece of instead of rolling it all back.
Yeah.
When we identify a problem, it's all hands on deck. We solve the problem, we move forward. We're delivering this.
I'm gonna need your email because the minute it goes live, the first email is gonna say, Joe, can you hear me? And then can you hear me now? I'm gonna follow up with 43 all in a row, sequential, for one per minute.
I love it.
All right.
I love it.
I'm
Absolutely.
a go-getter.
And I've been in the Army. I've been to enough countries that I can reply yes in enough different languages. We can make this work.
Is the last one going to be something visual?
It's going to be a great big smiley face.
You discussed migration. There's a bird of flight that you could take a
Yes.
picture of. All right, I'm sorry. Anita has a question.
What if you have an existing 360 account with Microsoft? How will that work?
So if you have an
Or
existing...
365, sorry.
Yes, ma'am. If you have an existing Office 365 account with Microsoft and it is linked to your azwestern.edu email, we are actually, right now, as I speak, our infrastructure team is working on migrating all of those in. So the information that you had, anything that you had previously stored out there, you will still have access to, but everything will be linked in and tied into the master AZ Western, what we call a tenant, into our instances that we manage.
All right.
it also gives one of the, if I may throw out, because I think this is part of the piece we've been talking about webmail, but part of the Microsoft Office 365 experience, they give you a lot of additional tools. So on top of the normal Office, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, blah, 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 you have access, for instance, to Microsoft Sway, which is, it's like a new version of PowerPoint. It will help you do presentations that PowerPoint just can't do. So it's going to be a whole new experience where people are so used to, and at this point they're kind of bored with PowerPoint. Microsoft Sway will offer new opportunities to make presentations really pop. Hard to show them over the radio.
Well, we do have someone following along, and he's asked a couple questions along throughout the conversation, but he says every time I ask a question, he answers it within the next 3 seconds. I think I need to start wearing that tinfoil hat because this dude's reading my mind.
That's great because it shows that we're in sync. I love it. And that's one of the pieces, if I may throw out there, we have really spent a lot of energy trying to make sure that we are partnering with our students. We are partnering with our audience. So many, I've been in IT for long enough, and I'm just going to leave it right there. Yes, I have gray hair, and I have more than 3 of them. Yes. I've been doing this for long enough. I remember when, we kind of had a reputation that we inflicted technology on people. This, especially this rollout, this migration to Office 365, this has really been a partnership. We have partnered with the students especially. We've worked with the faculty, we've worked with the staff. But I have spent so much time working with different student leadership groups and making sure that we are totally hooked in and we are delivering what they need. So it's great to hear that the questions that we're answering are the questions that are coming up. So, and I'll be able to cancel my subscription to the CIA's broadcasting. Yes, exactly. A couple of the additional pieces that a lot of people aren't aware of when they think Office 365, they think Microsoft Office, but there are additional web-based tools that are coming as part of this. 2 of them I'll mention, or 3 of them, Microsoft Planner and Microsoft To Do. So Planner allows you to map out, if you're collaborating, map out what all needs to be done. We need to do this, and we need to do this, and you can assign tasks to different people, and you can comment on them. Wow. And it's all just the little boards. It's like sticky notes, and you move them around, and you can make themes of them, and it helps you to work collaboratively. So when you're doing any team-based work, it helps you with that. To Do can just help with the individual, okay, as a student, how do I balance work and home and job and all of this stuff? And I need to make sure I pay my registration on my car and registration for my classes next semester. And you can throw all those in your to-do list and helps make sure that you stay on top of things. So we started out talking about mail, but it is less about mail and more about the student experience and student success. We're really excited about this. One thing that I will throw out, and this is absolutely crucial as a message we're trying to get out there, of once we flip the switch and everybody needs to log in, they need to know how to log in and where to go and that they need to change passwords. And they're going to have other questions, and where do I find this and how do I get to my old mail? And so we are really pushing our social media. We're putting a lot of information out. It's simply AWC_ITSS, and that will work on, I think, all of the social media platforms. Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter. Facebook, it's actually AWC_ITSS. The others, it's AWC_ITSS. But we're putting a lot of information out, not just on this, but on cybersecurity, on where technology is going. We posted earlier this week on some of them about how technology in education, and they're using holograms and augmented reality and being able to, in medical schools, being able to work with, a hologram of a living human and reach in and see the way different parts of the body work just using technology. So anybody who's interested in just being aware of what's going on out there in ed tech, education technology, or higher ed or whatever, everybody, doesn't matter if you're affiliated with the college, we put in the information out. So.
All right. Well, our guest today, Joe, the CIO from Arizona Western College here on Toro Tuesday, along with Alison Morgan. Thank you both so much for coming in.
Thank you.
We'll definitely have you back again, Joe, because I don't think you're shy. You know your stuff.
I love it. I appreciate the chance to come.
I'll forward you an email. I have a question about Excel. I hate it. We're going to take our Lotus Day Spa and Salon selfie out in the court, our breezy courtyard today. We'll be back with Today in Yuma after this. The show is brought to you by Classic Accounting. They have 30 years of experience and knowledge to benefit you. They have 2 locations to serve you in Yuma and in the foothills. Call to schedule your appointment today at 343-1040.
And Sprague Sports, visit their partner location, Truckmates, Yuma's home for Snuck top shells and lids, Lion sprayed bed liners, and 3M window tinting. And, of course, those BDS suspensions. You can find them next to Sprague's on 32nd Street, next to Lowe's.
And Quick Refrigeration, they are here to ensure your comfort in Yuma year-round. Remember, we're having some warm temperatures sneak up on us soon. They offer commercial and residential service, and they're available 24 hours if you have an emergency request. Visit getcoolquick.com.
And our friends over at Advocate Pest and Wildlife Services have been servicing the Yuma area for over 20 years. They are licensed with the Arizona Game and Fish Department for safe, humane wildlife relocation. You can give them a call at 928-343-9149. Like them on Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat.
It's Today in Yuma on Z93, Outlaw Country, MonsterMediaYuma.com, and the FTS Automotive Facebook Live feed. We'll be back after the break.
That was a lot of information.
That was a lot of information. Hey, hello. Good to see you again.
We're going to take a selfie up here. So come on.
What are you doing? Waving at Dennis. All right, Joe, right over here in the middle. We're going to look that way. Okay?
Oh,
But the wind's blowing against hair. Smile.
Cool. Awesome. Thank you very much.
thank you, ladies. Appreciate it.
You're welcome
And
anytime.
also, you'll let me know where this goes, so I can
Yeah, I'll send it.
and then I'll send it out on our official social media channels to link the 2 of us
Yeah, then you
together.
can actually share the Facebook Live feed and do that with people.
He knew I called him out for dinner and he left. No rooster. He's like, get the rooster in on it. He knew I was coming out.
Thank you, ladies.
Bye, have a great day.
I told you he's funny.
He is funny.
Okay, get the rooster in on it. Rooster! All right, I'm going to catch him and we're going to take a selfie with him one day.
Oh, yeah, right.
No,
I'm
my-
not anywhere near that selfie.
Maybe your guy's selfie could be the first thing sent out on the news network. Just send it to everyone! All the students.
I'm excited they're changing that because Toro Mill.
Yeah,
Was-
Pretty dated.
Well, it's one of those, I'm glad I'm as old as I am because to me it's easy to use because that was the platform we started out on. Do you know what I mean? But for kids my children's age, they're like, what is this? And I'm like, let me show you these DOS commands.
Let me show you how this works.
Joe was like,
Chrissy, probably because I'm afraid he's going to peck my eyes out. Your sister
he's
had
not nice.
Your sister had a run-in with a hen. I can only imagine what Fred would do.
Fred's not nice.
Yeah.
He truly is the dude.
I keep thinking that Jace learned a song in preschool. It was, hello, my name is Joe and I work in a button factory.
And then he,
Hello,
hi, my name is Joe. I remember that one. All right, you ready?
Yep. We still have one more break?
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause it's,
That went long.
We can take it at the end if you want. Run it,
or
or just talk for a minute. and-
none of those are needed for this break.
Are you sure?
Yeah, they can be adjusted
Do you want me to skip it?
if we have enough to talk about.
Okay, let me know.
Okay. Right.
What are you talking about? We have lots that we can talk about.
Huh?
We have lots we can talk about.
I know, we always do.
I know. Like, ready?
Welcome back to Today in Yuma. I'm Jennifer.
And I'm Teresa.
We want to thank Allison and Joe, the CIO, for coming in from AWC. Now, that one feature involved the planner part where you can coordinate and all the
Yes.
different
Yeah.
tasks. We yell down the hallway.
We do.
It's that easy. It's that easy.
We do that.
No, I think there's going to be a lot of excited students and faculty when that
Exactly.
migration has indeed happened. All right, now we spoke earlier about an amazing local organization. It's Bragg Gym. It's Bully Rehab Awareness Gym. And this was started by Carlos Flores, and Kenrick Escalante has played an integral part in this. So many wonderful people helped make this organization possible.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, Mike Rowe, a lot of people know him as the Dirty Jobs guy. He also narrates a lot of things that you encounter on TV. He's got commercials. I think it's some Bounty paper towel commercials. Mike is all over the place. Well, he was here a few months ago, and they were filming something. And it was kept on the down low, only those there for the reveal. And
I know. We found out as he was leaving. I was kind of sad.
And it's like people weren't, because a lot of them signed an embargo. They couldn't say anything because it's kind of like reality TV in a sense. But
Yeah.
they wanted to have the big reveal and really show everyone what was happening here in Yuma after the fact.
Yes.
But, we've had the opportunity. The station has been a friend of Carlos Flores for years, and Kenrick too, and a lot of individuals from the community came together to help make this possible. But returning the favor, reached out to Bragg Gym, and they provided some new equipment.
Yes.
There's it's not really it's not a jungle gym, but there's
It's a
course, an
obstacle
type course.
Yeah.
And several years ago, you have to go see it on Facebook
Yeah,
Watch.
I think you should.
Watch it
watch
anyway
it.
because it gives you the background about Carlos and his family. They're longtime business owners. His dad was a boxer. But if you watch this, it's on Facebook Watch, and we shared the link earlier. It's also on our website, on our homepage at monstermediayuma.com. Just scroll down and you'll see Mike and Carlos side by side. But it gives a little bit of the backstory and talks about Frank Carrillo.
Yes.
And Frank was a friend of the station and mine for years. He was with Habitat for Humanity for a number of years.
Yes.
So we worked with him on that project, and he was so passionate about the Yuma Nightmares, the haunted house. He worked closely with the gentleman that helps make that happen every year because they benefit Habitat.
Exactly, it benefits Habitat, and the money raised through those haunted houses go to fund some of the houses that Habitat builds. And in this instant, Carlos and Bragg Gym were at a place, and they were they were losing that facility that they had, and Frank stepped up.
Frank stepped up because Habitat had the space next to them,
Uh-huh.
and watch it. The rest, as they say, is history. And I know so many different people that go there. They take their kids. They have many youth programs.
Yes.
They have wrestling for the kids.
It's a
And
bully rehab
It
awareness.
is.
gym.
It's a great atmosphere, and they have judo and jujitsu. My son does jujitsu, but the sensei was out for one of the classes last week, so he did judo.
Uh-huh.
And my son has four to 6 years of wrestling between junior high and high school. And the wrestling that they have there, right now it's just for the youth. They don't
Yeah.
have an adult league, but it's still giving the opportunity to go in and work on learning some new skills. And they do with the gi and they do without. He
Yeah.
says, we learn no gi. I go, what's no gi? I'm thinking that's some technique. I'm like, wait a minute, you got to go slower with some of these things. I just don't understand it. But the first night we went out there to check it out, Carlos came up. He was working with some of the young adults and the adults on boxing. But, it's a great environment, and we want to thank Frank, obviously, years ago, for believing in Carlos and this
Exactly.
vision that he had to help our kids in the community.
Yes, it's definitely something you want to go look at, and it's nice that they featured Yuma in this. I mean, a staple like Carlos's restaurant, Mexi Burger, has been in the Yuma community for a very long time. His family owned it. He took it over. There's so much information in this video. I'm throwing a mascara alert out because it is emotional.
Oh, it is. We were all just kind of standing there wiping tears away.
Yeah, it is emotional,
And at
but-
one point, Carlos goes, I hate to cry.
I hate to cry. But you know what? Go watch it. Like I said, mascara alert, have a tissue handy. But the whole story behind bragging is fantastic and phenomenal what they do there for our little kids and even young adults. So definitely go to Facebook. What was it?
If you go to, it's Returning the Favor with Mike Rowe, and it's on Facebook Watch. You can watch entire shows there.
No
and-
commercials. It's great.
Yeah, it's just straight through. And you can go like that page because I've gone back and watched every single episode that they've done already. Knowing that Yuma was going to be included, I wanted to get a little bit of the premise about what he did. And Mike Rowe is such a genuine guy. Several people were already commenting on my post earlier today saying that he's not like a celebrity. It's like you're just hanging out with an everyday kind of guy.
Exactly.
And let me see. Did you go to... No, sorry. Yeah, we're all over the place.
Are you reading?
Yeah, I'm reading the comments. It's like, he's a good guy. We were in tears, but it was good tears.
It was
just
good
because
tears.
you hear the story, and bullying is such a big problem anymore, and you see different things pop up all pretty much every day anymore in society.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons I like what they do there is because not only do they help the bullied, but they also help the bully, and they bring in those people that were doing the bullying and help them, and it really is a task to change that mindset a lot of times, but they've been able to do it. So definitely check out Bragg Gym. Go and check out the video that they did with returning the... What is it called?
Returning the Favor.
Returning the Favor.
And Mike Rowe travels the country rewarding people who are giving back to their community. Like in this case, it's Carlos. But the group is run off of volunteers. And if you are in a situation or you have a background in martial arts or something that would tie in with the gym, certainly reach out to Carlos and Kenrick because they have several teachers and instructors for the different courses, but it would provide a way for them to grow even more. Exactly. One of the ladies commented earlier that all 4 of her children have gone to Bragg Inc.
Oh, wow.
And their complaint is that they can't do it 7 days a week because if they had it their way, it gives them the opportunity to do all of the different martial arts, but the physical activity, they have an MMA ring in the middle.
Yeah.
It's just so cool. And it's again a great series to watch, and especially check this one out. Carlos is a former or retired MMA fighter, and he's right here in the Yuma community.
Yeah.
The family has owned Mexi Burger for all. I'm assuming they started it originally.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the
And
case.
I think most people pretty much know where that's at. But he started to combat the bullying epidemic, and we all know how very important that is.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Again, you can go to Returning the Favor with Mike Rowe and see it on. Just type that into your Facebook search bar. It is on Facebook Watch. And Little says that Carlos is also a former armed services member. So big shout out to them.
Absolutely.
And all of those who put their lives on the line for us every day. All right. Today this is hilarious. We did not plan it. Had I seen this part, I saw it earlier, but I didn't read it.
Oh.
It's National Joe Day.
Oh my goodness.
National Joe Day.
How
and
could you not
we had Joe the CIO on.
What the heck?
Oh
So
my
is
goodness.
there an actual description of what Joe Day is?
Yes, there is. Enjoy a cup of Joe with all your friends named Joe. Joe, Joette, Joey, Joseph, Josephine, Joanna, Joanne. It's basically the Joe Day. But according to Social Security, the name Joseph was ranked number 6, and Anita has a Joseph.
I do have a Joseph.
From 1893 to 1899, behind John, William, James, George, and Charles. And in 1910, it moved from number 5. It moved to number 5. And then from 1911 to 2005, it was ranked number 12 or lower. That's just how popular it is. Can you think of some famous Joes off the top of your head?
Joe Satriani.
Joe Satriani?
It's the first one that popped in my
Why do
head.
you want to put me on the spot like this?
Hello, Joe Montana,
G.I. Joe.
Joe Biden, G.I. Joe, Joe DiMaggio. I'm looking at the list.
I was saying you're cheating. You have a list in front of you. I guess I could probably turn the page and it's right there too.
Joe
Let me go. Here we go.
Yes, Joe DiMaggio.
Joe Frazier.
Joseph Stalin, Joey Ramone, Shoeless Joe Jackson, Joe Green.
You cheater. You're such a
Sorry
cheater.
about that. It is also National Spanish Paella Day.
Okay.
Okay.
And National American Diabetes Association Alert Day.
I like
Very
that.
important. And National Education and Sharing Day.
Aw.
Aw.
And see, that kind of could tie in with what Joe and Alison talked about, too. With all the
Definitely.
information and the
Joe
resources.
Mama.
Joe Mama. Okay, that was good.
That was good.
That was a good one. Okay, there is we're going to take a quick,
let's take a quick break.
We'll be back for like a minute at the end. It's Today in Yuma on Z93, Outlaw Country, MonsterMediaYuma.com, and Facebook Live.
We don't have to skip
That-
it. We can get it in. That was funny. I'm like, how does she know all these Joes?
Joe Montana.
I was like, what the heck?
proof that you do not always read what I give you.
No, I try not to.
Oh, I did my notes. It was like 3 hours ago.
It's not that I don't read it. It's I like to be able to ask the questions.
You want to be surprised.
Yes, and I have genuine questions. And if I read it all, I won't have the genuine questions.
Victoria says she's enjoying her cup of Joe right now.
Aw. I can't. I can drink about this much coffee and that's about
Jesus, Joe. Some guys get everything.
That's my cuss word. Mary, Jesus, Joseph.
I'm not fake. There's nothing wrong with that. It's not method acting. Those are just questions that I have. Why plot them out when I can just listen to what they have to say? Obviously, there were questions that were answering your questions. So.
We do want the reactions to be real.
Yes. Lisa's
Every time you do that, I'm like, I need to scratch my arm.
it's itching really bad right now.
I can tell.
It's really, really bad.
Oh.
Lisa got a new desk. She sent me a picture. And it's one of those desks that you can sit at or it raises up. I'm like, oh, I want one.
Oh, that's cool.
I want one for production. She got it at IKEA. I'm going to have to play with it while I'm there on Saturday.
My back is not improved at all.
Huh? No?
No. Maybe if I sneeze, it'll throw it back in.
Let's talk about it, Yuma. I was trying to convince my dad to be a part of the salsa contest. And I'm like, he's like, nobody's going to like it. I go,
You'd be surprised.
Look how many people you supply it for. So real, it might even catch fish. Yeah, no, he provides jars for a lot of people. I'm like, how can you say nobody's gonna like it?
I'm going to tell him he's a wimp. I'm going to Instagram him.
Yeah.
Scaredy?
Yeah, that's the only social media he has.
Big Wave Dave.
He was telling me too when he grew up racing BMX, and we're gonna start Eli and BMX here soon, but he was telling me their nicknames and I forgot what his was. It was driving me nuts because I thought that's where he got that Big Wave Dave from.
Cyberbully. We do not condone that at all.
No, she's just going to encourage him. Ready?
If I privately shame him, it's not the same, right?
Yes, of course. Ready?
Welcome back to Today in Yuma. I'm Jennifer.
And I'm Teresa.
We want to let you know that there is going to be a takeover at Panda on March 29th. It's the Panda location on Avenue B, and it will benefit Yuma Coyotes. That's the Yuma AYF takeover to support Yuma's #1 youth flag and tackle program. It's from 4 to 8 p.m. Again, that's at Panda Express at 2495 South Avenue B. Help our kids. And we want to remind you, too, we are still taking those entries to win a family 4-pack of tickets to the Yuma County Fair. That's next week.
Yes, I'm excited. When do we draw the winner for that?
We are going to draw a winner on April 2nd.
Tuesday.
No, that's
Monday.
And the family 4-pack includes, it's a $104 value. You get admission for 4 and then 4 friendship passes for rides. And again, the Yuma County Fair starts on Tuesday and runs the
Through Sunday.
Tuesday through Sunday.
Yes.
Can't get my words out there. And it's it's family fun for everyone. Yuma's Pride countywide.
Exactly.
That's right. All you need to do to enter is text the keyword FAIR, FAIR, to 928-343-0993. Text as often as you like, but please text responsibly.
Yes.
And those text lines are on fire.
Yes, they are. I don't like getting in there unless I absolutely have to.
Well, that's why we're doing our other contest. We have multiple opportunities.
Yes, we do. Anita has a giveaway that she will be doing tomorrow. If you go to monstermediayuma.com, click on the WTF tab. There you will find her entry form for her Bare Naked Soap Co. giveaway. She gives away a $20 gift certificate to Bare Naked Soap Co. every Wednesday, so you have time to get your entry
Get
in
in
for
there.
tomorrow.
And we are going to be doing more fair ticket giveaways. And
Yes.
you can do things like leave a review on our Z93 and Outlaw Country Facebook page. You can share our show feed. And we are going to be using all these different ways that we hope you do anyway.
Exactly.
As a way to reward you and give away tickets to the Yuma County Fair. We will see you tomorrow. Sarah Wisdom will be here from the Yuma County Library District. And we also have some folks that are going to come in and talk about youth aviation from the Civil Air Patrol and the AEE or EAA. I do not recall which acronym. Anita's the acronym lady. We will see you tomorrow on Z93 Outlaw Country, Monster Media, Yuma.com, and FTS Automotive Facebook Live feed, KCYK Yuma and KLJZ Yuma.
I think on Thursday when those temperatures hit 90, we should bring out the HOT jar.
Oh, we should. And a candy bar.
And a candy bar. We melted the candy
It's
bar
sacrilege.
last
Sacrilege.
year. All right, we'll see you tomorrow, guys.
Bye, everyone. Thanks, Anita.
It'd be more impressive if you could make candy. Just saying.